another one.
So test case management tools. So this person wants to know, which tools are you using to manage your test cases? I was recently promoted to QA lead. Well, congratulations to you. And now have the responsibility of choosing the best for managing test cases. Until now, we've been using Jira, creating test tasks for each test area and managing them accordingly. However, I decided to switch to Zephyr to enhance our test case management. I've also created a YouTube tutorial about Zephyr use cases. I'm curious to know what other effective tools are available for test case management. Your recommendations are welcome. Well, that is an excellent question. Let's start our timer. So honestly, I'm going to share that right now right now, the way that the team that I work on, we use Google Sheets. Yes, I said Google Sheets, but in the past, I've used a variety of different tools. One of the tools that I really did like using was from a company named Inflectra, and the software was called SpyroTest. And they had SpyroTest, SpyroTeam. SpyroTeam had a little bit more features, but it was able to integrate into Jira, and we were able to develop these listeners for when we were using Selenium. And so you could write your test cases in there, and then when you were in automation, it could connect it like that, right? I really like that tool, and I think we also have what is a Jira tool? X-Ray. We have X-Ray. So here's the thing: when dealing with these tools, you have to be very strategic in how you introduce it to your team, because if you introduce it incorrectly, then you will lose buy-in and you'll never ever be able to introduce it again. So something that happened with us is, so like when I came into the company, they were already using Google Sheets and stuff like that. And me, I don't like using Google Sheets because it's not a database that's easily manageable and things like that. But at the same time, tools like Zephyr and X-Ray, those tools that integrate into Jira, they can be very costly. So the problem though is, if you introduce it incorrectly and your team doesn't buy into it, then it is not going to work. People don't like immediate change, right? So when you try to like say, okay, we're going to try to do this, and they don't like it, they will resist, especially if they are in a stronger position, like if they have more influence than you, because you might be newer to it, you might not like know how the team works well. So you need to be very strategic. You can't mess up the flow of operations. So when I was introducing SpyroTeam to the company that I was working with, I did not immediately go to the team so that they can like give a bunch of feedback. I work strategically with the QA manager and the QA director to say, well, this is what this tool can do. Let's sample it out from a small sample size, and then we can expand it. And then that tool became like, and so then as it got bigger and people were not, oh, we don't like this about it, it was too late, right? So you just need to be very strategic in how you organize it, because if you start to disrupt the order of operation for people and you make it more complicated for them, they're going to reject it. So whether you're using Zephyr or X-Ray or any other tool, like one tool which I'm not saying I would recommend this particular tool, but we on this channel, we use Docker to install, what was the name of that? Kiwi test case management system, where we wrote some test cases in there and stuff like that. It was very fun, but I don't think I would recommend that as a test case management system. if you can properly organize Zephyr or X-Ray or look into Spire Test, there's some other tools out there, but I really liked I think Microsoft Azure has one too. I don't know the name. I think like Azure DevOps or something like that. That might be another one that could be good. But it's more about the strategy that you go when introducing new things. It's like you have to get the buy-in from your team in a very strategic way, because if you it's like launching a product very poorly. You know, it's like this. I hate to use this example because this is my governor. This is my governor. I hate to use example, but when he went to launch his campaign on X and they had a bunch of failures and stuff like that, it was a total debacle. And it ended before it started. Bruh. You know what I mean? So you just have to execute, and you can't miss the landing. You cannot miss the landing. All right. So because then they will be telling you that you have to give back your bronze medal, and we don't want that to happen. All right. We do not want that to happen. So the tool as much isn't, because they're going to manage the test cases. Just make sure it's easy to get to. You can, like, it's searchable and stuff like that. But the most important thing is the people who are going to be using it, that you get the buy-in, and you have to be it's more about dealing with people and getting them to support what you're doing, as opposed to saying, I'm using this and it is what it is. If they don't like it, they won't use it, and it'll be a mess, right? So that is my thought. Hopefully that was able to help you and add some value.
They say they want success, but they don't put in the time. Promises unkept, all this wasted energy's a crime. People with their eyes wide shut, just playing their part. But when it comes to commitment, they ain't got the heart. Tell me, what's the point of dreaming big if you don't try? Why don't you wake up, get your dreams in line? Keep on waiting, 'cause it's your time to shine. Don't let the darkness cloud the path that you roam. If you want success, then you gotta make it home. I see the potential in them, but they don't understand. Only chasing shadows, never stepping on the land. Words are just reflections, but actions tell the tale. When you want the prize, you gotta break the veil. Success is a road, but oh, it ain't a free ride. Why don't you wake up, get your dreams in line? You can't keep on waiting, 'cause it's your time to shine. Spirit guide, reach for the skies. Don't let the thought